Hello and welcome. Using another black canvas today. As you can see on my hands, I've already been playing with the paint. I never can get the paint out of a tube without getting it on me. I'm just double dipping the brush. I'm turning out ultramarine and alizarin crimson. Sorry, I forgot what it was called for a second now. Just want to put a sky with lots of movement in here. I forgot to add my usual linseed oil. So it's not spreading quite so easily as it would normally do, but it does mean that it's not going to be mixing mud when we come to put our layers on. Just adding these colours wherever I feel want to be, and to sky with movement, with fun. I haven't opened the brush cleaning. Open that. Move it out of the way and give that brush a clean. Turn it off. I'm going to use, if I can find it, a small filbert. I haven't taken the lid off the linseed oil either. I'm not very organised today. Am I ever? Add a little linseed oil to the, mostly white, but with some of those sky colours in. And let's just use a little cloud just here. Quite a fluffy cloud. It doesn't look very cloud-like right now, does it? Too well. She says. We'll see. A little bit more cloudy. Maybe here. Don't want to put too much cloud in today. I've got a brushy clean so we don't have paint drying on brushes. Wipe it off and lay it down. Get out the good old blushy brush that we use for blending. These fluffy makeup brushes are really quite good for blending out clouds and other things, but particularly good for blending clouds. Just to blend some of this away to nothing. I don't want a hard edge in the bottom of that cloud, so put some of those sky colours up into the cloud. Like this. This be almost there, cloud. I think I want to put some more cloud on, so we'll grab that brush back. A little linseed oil, because we do want it to stick. Little little more definition across the top there. And then there we go. And across the tops of this cloud. Again, this was the brush. Dry it off, put it down, and then these clouds at the top. Look at that. But oh, I'll just stay there. Get it fully dry. And then just blending with that makeup brush. I think I might want to add a little depth to those clouds, so add some of our sky colours. I'm just going to knock that back a little, grey it down with some ultramarine. And just put some, oh, that's too light. Some more ultramarine. Oh, that was burnt on by the second was ultramarine and a little crimson. Quite a dark colour there for shadow of the cloud. And again, when we blend this with the makeup brush, we get some nice shadow. Okay. In the brush. Wipe it off. Just want to give some depth to the cloud. Looks much darker on the canvas than it does on the camera. Hopefully that won't be a problem. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do on the clouds for now. We can always come back and add something to them later. Maybe. Yeah, that'll do. Get that makeup brush rub on. Just move the palette knives out of the way, excuse the clanking. Okay, next I think. Do I want a mountain? I think maybe we do. So we'll use the big velvet brush. More blue than anything else for this, but not too much. Grey it down a little. I've got light on that. Can you see better like that, possibly? And a nice big mountain. Right there. I'm going to mix with the sky colour we've already got. I think we'll have, nearly went into the sap green then, that would be catastrophic. Have another darker mountain here, just because we can. I won't put my highlights on them just yet. probably will. Get some of that paint out. Now coming forward we want a little bit more colour and a little more definition. So add some more of that, and we'll add some sap green to it. And a little blue. More sap green. It's quite dark. Just want to give an indication of some trees, distant trees. Just coming along a ridge here. Let's lift them up. I'll add some more sap green and a bit of cadmium yellow, a slightly lighter colour. Lighter trees. Come down here. Right, what I want to do on this side, I want to add more cad yellow to that. So add something of a hill, just here. Maybe a bit too white. Darken this and knock it back a bit. Just want some impression of grassy background. No trees, just glassy. Glassy. Grassy hills. Down across the front of the trees. You can always put in more detail at the top. Okay, the camera stopped recording. I'm not sure at what point it stopped recording, but I started it up again. Hope it keeps going. I'm going to have to keep an eye on that. I apologise in advance for any bits that we miss. Or maybe not in advance, maybe we've already missed something and I missed it. I'll add more of the cadmium yellow to this. I've been having some fun and games with some camera setups over the last couple of weeks. So today I'm using my DSLR for the canvas and my phone for the palette, and we'll see how that works. Just a little more of a golden green here. So this little area. That didn't make much of a difference, did it? And that yellow ochre. as usual, there's no plan, nothing intentional, just having fun, throwing paint at the canvas to see what we end up. I'm a firm believer of throwing paint at the canvas to see what we end up with. It's fun. Well, it's looking different, isn't it? Oh, something a little different in the foreground. So some lemon yellow, some cadmium yellow, and a little yellow ochre. And maybe a little touch of burnt sienna. That's it. I probably should be using a flat brush for this, but I'm using the food that was in my hand. That's quite bright, isn't it? Let's add some more lemon yellow, see what that does to it. Just because we can. And I've already decided I'm not doing water on today's painting. I just want to play with grass and hills and getting direction with, you know, colour and brush strokes and all that kind of stuff. And I like the effect. Just pushing the brush up rather than damping. That's an interesting effect, isn't it? It's a very bright colour though, so let's knock it back a bit. I don't want it that bright. I like that. Maybe. Yeah, we'll do some more of that. Okay, hands up, who wants to see a tree somewhere? Very barren landscape, there's some trees. Although maybe we'll get all this background in before we mess with trees. Just keep adding random colours. That's different. Okay, we've got locked in the biggest part of the painting. So I think now we should possibly add some highlights to those mountains. And some white and some of these sky colours. Just we've got highlights on the tops of these, so I might need some colour on this side. Never ceases to amaze me how different it looks through the camera than it does on the canvas. Yeah, we'll just come across in front of that. I think that's going to need to be knocked back a bit, so we'll go back to the good old makeup brush. Just tap so it blends into the mountain colour background. Just softens it, makes it a little less distinct because we want this to be way off. Okay. So just dabbing it to make it indistinct. So we have a nice misty mountain. Bilbo would be proud. And we need something for shadow. A deep blue. Maybe a little too deep. Add it to this colour here. We can always use that pile that we've made for something else. Yes. And blue in places, because we can knock this back again, just like we did the highlight. Cracks and crevices on this highlight side, so it doesn't just look flat and boring and low. And then the tops. Clean the brush out again. We do a lot of cleaning of brushes, don't we? Again. Just knock it back. So we get just a hint of something in the background there. That'll do. Okay, which we will now use. We need space to get the makeup brush squidge. So now I'm using the 1/2 inch brush. I've got that ultramarine, burnt umber and sap green. And we'll just put a nice big tree here. It's covering quite a bit of that mountain, but we don't worry about that. We know it's there. I think we've also got a little cloud, haven't we? Yeah, well, we've got the clouds. It's no matter. It's very noisy using this brush on the canvas. Let's have some more, and some more, and some more, and some more. And we'll do a little bit of something here too. Just to frame the painting. I don't really have much of a focus yet, do we? So I suppose we'll just do something about that. be able just to allow the landscape itself to be the focus. You see. Maybe something here. Maybe our focus is going to be this funky looking tree in the middle, or slightly off to the side. We want your focus to be right in the middle. Darken all this bottom just as we can. More shadow to this. I really hope that watching me from below and sharing everything, mistakes, triumphs, everything. Nothing's cut out, nothing's editable. It's edited to put the two camera angles together. But from that, what I do is what you see, and hopefully it will give somebody the confidence to just have a go, have fun. And if it helps us fun. And the camera stopped recording again, so I'm not entirely sure at what point it stopped recording, but here we are. This is the point we've got to. Just need some more of my greens. Just need to do a little something around these trees, just to bed them in. I'm not entirely sure I'm going to like this one when it's done, but it'll be done. It'll be different, it'll be something. Now it's a little highlight on some of these trees here. Is that even showing? I can see it on the camera, so I'm just not sure you can see it on the camera that is being extraordinarily awkward and refusing to record. It's very frustrating, as I'm sure you can imagine. I've tried using the Black Magic app on various phones and struggled to get it to transfer to the laptop. Switch to the DSLR, which in theory should be better, but doesn't seem to want to record for any length of time. Eventually, it's my hope to have a reliable camera setup that will actually do what I want it to do without fabricating it. So far, I'm not particularly successful. I have two canvases that I painted and recorded that I haven't been able to use because, well, technology has been fighting me. Well, that doesn't look very tree-like, does it? That doesn't look very tree-like at all. I'm really not having much luck just recently. That actually looks more tree-like. I'm leaving it while I'm in front or behind, depending on your point of view, I suppose. Right, these side trees. Let's have some colour in them. Don't ask me what species of tree these are, I have no clue. I think for the moment everything's just whatever it is. Whatever you, the viewer, decides it looks like. Even if that's a complete mess. Just dabbing and dubbing, sticking paint on the canvas. If things work out weird, that's fine. If things look good, that's also, well, that's a bonus, isn't it? If things look good. I'm not really getting things to look good on the cover. No, it's just fun. We don't care. And to be fair, this particular canvas is more about checking the cameras than creating anything spectacular art-wise. Which is just as well, because it's not going to be spectacular, is it? Yep, still recording. No. I honestly, until I look at the video, I don't know how much of this painting has been skipped with the recording and how much is actually recorded. Just for fun. Well, I didn't show up. Maybe make it a little dark. I'm not showing up. Not really. Until I get the actual recording onto the laptop, I don't know what's showing up and what isn't. So like I say, it does look a lot more defined on the canvas than it does. That's less tree and more funky looking bush, isn't it? Yeah, I can't say this is a favourite. But as I say, it is purely to check the camera. Eventually I'll find the perfect camera setup. But at the moment it eludes me. noisy people outside. You can probably hear them. Palettes a mess, the canvas is a mess. We've got all kinds of weird stuff going on everywhere. But at the end of the day, we're just splodging camera. We're just splodging camera on the camera. No, we're splodging paint. And the rain helped, but the end result will look something like something. Possibly the best thing to do with this canvas, other than painting over it at a later date, is to use the blue roll just to splodge everything. So everything's indistinct and softer. The overall effect is going to be better if it's all softer. Because that's what I say, the splodges are not exactly pretty, are they? Let's have a look. Yeah, I much prefer it splodgy, smushed. Smushing is good. And all those styles, smush. Okay, and I think we'll call that done. Yes. Thank you for watching. If you've got this far, well done. And I hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.